that we're talking about, be very careful what you take from Western thought and just automatically try and adapt because it's the best of the best and it's been used before. I spend a lot of time in North America working with companies who have come to find out that much of what we've preached over the past 50 years about leadership, about managing performance, about developing and coaching others, about turning talent into productivity, much of what we've been preaching, if you really look at the research, does not prove to be the cause of results. So what I do in the United States is most often go around and interrupt people's thinking. People come to conferences to hear new and innovative ideas, to really get their thinking challenged. And that's what I want to do for you today, is challenge your thinking about what we've traditionally talked about as leadership, because what we're finding from our research is much of the things we told you about leadership, the techniques, aren't actually working, and they won't work for the new reality that you're seeing as far as what global populations will look like, what next generation populations will look like. So let's take a look at what we're finding from our research so that you can know what works and what doesn't work from some of the Western thinking and how to apply that into more of a global thought process. So we'll get started. If you think about management and leadership, you hear lots of basic concepts about the two of those. What we have known for years is that when you're being measured as far as your effectiveness of managing a group, the key measurement is all about efficiency. How efficiently are you using your resources, both talent and non-talent resources, to produce results? We have come to know that efficiency is focused on outcomes, and that outcomes are not about heroics, they're not about individuals, that to be consistent, outcomes that are reproducible are best coming from processes, that we've defined the work, we've standardized some of the work, and we have focused on processes. Processes are not created by individuals. The best processes are created by teams, cross-functional teams. Much of this is just peer review. Now, when it comes to management and producing outcomes, the management part of a manager-leader's role is very straightforward, easy, and it's just holding people accountable for what teams have agreed upon as the best process to produce most sustainable outcomes. What we find, especially where we've gone wrong in the States, is that people are over-managing and under-leading. They are spending way too much time trying to buy people's willingness to be accountable to the processes when it should just be a non-negotiable. Let me give you an example of that. Dress code in a hospital organization is not about a managerial preference for what you look like. Dress code in a healthcare organization is about disease prevention and infection control. So when someone comes to show up for work, present to their workplace, and they don't have closed-toed shoes on, it is not about counseling somebody and coaching them on how they can get better at showing up in dress code. It is simply holding people accountable to what the processes are, the policies and procedures. Now, hold that in your minds for just a moment, because the other part of all of our work as leaders is to build loyalty. We want loyalty from our customers, retention, engagement, all those words we throw out in HR are about loyalty from our people.